Attention passionate Green Bay Packers fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Green Bay Packers' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Green Bay Packers fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and Green Bay Packers fans. Let's get to the news. All right, folks, get ready because there's some serious buzz swirling around the NFL, and it's directly impacting the Packers' future. Rumors are swirling that Green Bay is eyeing a major move in the upcoming offseason, specifically targeting one of the league's top edge rushers, Danielle Hunter from the Houston Texans. This isn't just idle chatter. Insiders like Adam Schefter are reporting that the Packers are seriously considering making a run at Hunter, with some bold trade proposals in mind that could reshape their defensive front and ultimately their championship odds. Now, let's break down what this really means. The Texans, sitting at 4-5 with a bit of a rebuild on their hands after losing rookie quarterback C.J. Stroud to an injury in Week 5, are in a tricky spot. Stroud, who was shaping up to be a Rookie of the Year candidate, suffered a shoulder injury that sidelined him for 4 games. The Texans are still trying to find their footing, and one of their priorities right now is clearing cap space, about $22 million, so they can focus on bolstering their offense, especially with extensions for key players. Houston is also looking to unload some veteran assets, including Hunter, who's been a consistent force on their defensive line. Now, for those who follow the NFL closely, you'll know that Danielle Hunter is one of the league's most disruptive pass rushers when healthy. Over his career, he's been a double-digit sack artist, averaging more than 12 sacks per season, and he's known for his technique, power, and relentless motor. In his 9 games so far this year, Hunter has accumulated 5 sacks, which ranks him 5th among edge rushers, along with 22 quarterback hits and 38 pressures. His Pro Football Focus grade is an impressive 92, reflecting just how dominant he's been when on the field. His pressure rate of 26% and a run-stop win rate of 44% show that Hunter isn't just a pass rusher. He's a complete player who can impact the game in multiple ways. Looking at his career, Hunter has racked up 128 games, 108 sacks, and 142 quarterback hits, earning 4 Pro Bowl selections. His bend and power resemble some of the best in the league, comparable to the peak of players like Mac. And interestingly, he's managed to avoid major injuries in 2025, which makes him even more attractive to teams looking for a reliable force on the edge. The Texans, meanwhile, are looking to get younger on their defensive line, trading Hunter for a combination of draft picks and young talent, all while avoiding a hefty $28 million hit on their cap. So what's the big picture here? For Green Bay, acquiring Hunter would be a game changer. This is a team that's already been improving on defense, and with Hunter lining up alongside Preston Smith and Rashan Gary, the Packers would boast one of the most formidable pass-rushing units in the league. Gary, who had a solid 7 sacks in 2025 with a PFF grade of 88, and Smith, with 6.5 sacks, are already forming a dangerous front. Adding Hunter would elevate that even further. His presence would turn Lambeau into a nightmare for opposing quarterbacks, who'd face constant pressure, collapsing pockets in just 2.6 seconds on average. That's the kind of disruptive force that can turn games around in an instant, generate turnovers, and keep opposing offenses on their heels. And let's not forget, this kind of upgrade has immediate playoff implications. The Packers already have a solid shot at making a deep run, but adding a player like Hunter could push their Super Bowl odds from around plus 800 to a more favorable plus 350. It's a significant jump, and it's not just about adding a star. It's about transforming a defense that's already improving into a true championship-caliber unit. Remember, last season, the 49ers Bosa made a similar impact, and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in 2002 had a total of 41 sacks that helped them dominate on their way to a Super Bowl victory. The NFL is a league where pass rush wins championships, and Hunter's arrival could make the Packers a true force to be reckoned with. It's also worth noting that this move could be a strategic reset for Green Bay. With the offense already showing signs of growth, Jordan Love is developing nicely, and the team's offensive line is a work in progress. Adding a premier pass rusher would balance things out. It's about creating a team that can compete at the highest level both offensively and defensively. And behind the scenes, the Packers front office, led by GUTEKUNST, has been eyeing these kinds of moves for a while. They're always looking for ways to maximize their Super Bowl window, and a trade for Hunter would be a statement that Green Bay is serious about contending now. Now, let's talk about the specifics of how this might unfold. The trade proposal, as reported, could involve the Packers sending a first-round pick in the 2026 draft and a future first-round pick in 2027. It's a hefty price, but for a player of Hunter's caliber, it's a move that could pay dividends for years to come. The Texans, on their part, are looking for draft capital and young talent to rebuild their roster, especially on defense. They're prioritizing their offense now, especially with Stroud's injury, and seeing Hunter as a valuable asset to flip for future assets. It's a classic rebuild move, getting picks that can be used to draft or sign young stars, while clearing cap space to focus on their offensive core. For Green Bay fans, this potential trade is more than just a rumor. It's a sign that the team is committed to making bold moves. The Packers are always trying to find ways to upgrade their roster and position themselves as serious contenders. Adding Hunter would send a message to the rest of the league. The Packers are not just rebuilding, they're reloading, and they're ready to chase another Super Bowl. And with the NFC North still wide open, this move could shake up the division. The Vikings, Bears, and Lions are all improving, but a dominant pass rush like Hunter's could give Green Bay a decisive edge in close games. Looking ahead, it's clear that the Packers' defense is on the cusp of something special. They already rank inside the top 12 in sacks, with 28 so far in 2025, and their pressure numbers are climbing rapidly. If they can secure Hunter, that number could jump into the top 3 in the league, turning Lambeau into a fortress and making life miserable for opposing quarterbacks. Imagine the chaos Hunter could create with Gary and Smith rushing alongside him. Quarterbacks would have no time to breathe, and turnovers would be inevitable. This kind of front four could be the difference maker in playoff matchups and ultimately in a Super Bowl run. And let's not forget, Hunter's presence would also benefit the entire defense. His relentless motor and technique elevate the play of those around him. Preston Smith would have more one-on-one opportunities, and the run defense would tighten up with Hunter clogging the gaps. This is a player who can change the course of a game with a single sack or a game-changing pressure. It's exactly the type of impact that can define a season and push the Packers back into the elite echelon of NFL teams. Of course, all of this hinges on whether the Packers can pull off the trade and how the Texans view this potential deal. Houston might want to hold on to Hunter if they believe they're close to turning things around with Stroud back and healthy. But if Green Bay offers a compelling package, one that includes their first-round pick in 2026 and another in 2027, they could be in serious negotiations. The NFL trade market is always unpredictable, but the signs point to a real possibility here. If it happens, Green Bay fans should get ready for a serious upgrade on defense, one that could define the next era of Packers football. In the bigger picture, this move fits perfectly with Green Bay's long-term strategy. They're not just trying to patch holes, they're aiming for sustained dominance. A player like Hunter in his prime, combined with the emerging talent on their roster, could create a defensive core that dominates for years. It also sends a message to the rest of the league that the Packers are not content to just rebuild. They want to win now, and they're willing to invest heavily to get it done. With the NFC North still competitive and the playoff picture wide open, this kind of move could be the key to unlocking a Super Bowl return. So, for every Packers fan out there, keep your eyes peeled. The offseason is shaping up to be one of the most exciting in recent memory, and this potential move for Danielle Hunter could be the headline that changes everything. Whether it happens or not, it's a testament to how aggressive the Packers are willing to be in pursuit of championship glory. And as always, Green Bay fans, we're in for an unforgettable ride. The team is building something special, and the best is yet to come. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YOUTUBE algorithm to keep recommending the latest Green Bay Packers news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, Green Bay Packers fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this potential move for Danielle Hunter? Do you think it's the right call? Would you be willing to part with those draft picks to bring in a player of Hunter's caliber? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Packers. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Green Bay Packers news. The offseason is heating up, and the Packers are right in the middle of it, ready to make some noise. Let's go, Pack!